Vicky here with you, and you might notice that there's stuff that's different. I've really cleaned up my crafting space, and I've reorganized a bunch of different things. And one of the things that I did change was to put 2 black crafting mats underneath my surface, so that my table, which is an old antique table, and it had like parts that were open and not like there's design inlay in it, and some of it was broken. And anyway, so I decided to cover it up, and I really like the black instead of the green. I think it looks a lot better. One thing I also changed is I added a different light over here, and I like it so much that I want to change the other one that's here to something like that. So I'm waiting for that to come in. So I did all that with the help of my Patreons. I really appreciate the help. It's getting to improve the channel. One thing too I changed is the underneath light, and I changed it for this, which is an a LED light, but it's attached with a magnetic band, and you can recharge it through USB, so it doesn't use up the electricity, or well, it uses up electricity when you charges it, but it doesn't. It's not a battery operated thing, and it's a lot easier to change around, and the light is really a lot brighter, and it takes a lot less room in front of me. So yeah, big changes, and I'm really loving how it turned out. I hope that you enjoy it as well. And I've been pretty tired because of all the cleaning and everything. I hate cleaning with a passion, but you know, there comes a time when it needs to be done, and this was the time where it needed to be done. And this is just gross. I don't know what happened here. So anyway, that's pretty much what I've been up to my first week of vacation. And now the thing is, I realized that I still haven't done, I think it's brown paint. I don't know what happened. So I still haven't done my journal, my vacation journal. So I figured we better get going on this, because otherwise the vacation is going to be over and I won't have documented it. And after the fact, I really don't document usually. So I really need to get going on this. So I had made a pouch. This is a pouch from Studio Calico that I had gotten way back when. I used to be subscribed to them, and so I have a bunch of these different pouches because the supplies would come in them, and I kept them because they're really nice and sturdy. And I had put what I figured I was going to use for my junk journal inside it. So I've been watching Shannon Green and been really inspired by her, so I want to use that sort of thing. And I have, while cleaning, I came across this, which I've had for like a long time. I've got these as well, which I haven't done anything with. So I figured let's use that instead of, because initially I was going to do one of my paper envelope journals, but then I changed my mind to use this up because it's just in my stash and it's not going anywhere, and if I don't use it up, then I'll never use it. So I'm figuring I'm going to remove the staples, because I can restaple it afterwards, if it makes sense. And I've added all kinds of clear bins, so I see my stuff a lot easier. I still have all my little tins, but those are clearly identified, and when they're stacked properly, it's easy to see. But for the bigger tools, it's nice to have them like in a little drawer, so I don't lose them and they're close. So I figured maybe I could use, you know, something like that, and then I would have like fold outs, and I could actually, you know, like fold it again or make pockets out of it. That could be an idea. So there would be that, because it had just the perfect amount of space in it to really do what I wanted it to do. Because I don't, you know, it's only 2 weeks vacation, so it's not like I'm gonna have a ton of different things. So maybe you can just, I'm not gonna put it straight in the middle because I want it to be able to staple it or whatever. So let's do that, and then maybe I can put this as a pocket. I'm looking for my tape, and I had taken out some supplies when I did my last live stream. So let's pull it out from there. So I don't know when this video will air. It's probably, my live stream will probably have taken place because I'm planning to do one on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon at 1 Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know if I'm going to be sharing this video ahead of that, but that would mean like I would be posting it today, which probably won't happen. So I want to be able to play. I want to do, like, I haven't crafted at all because I've been busy doing this sort of thing, like cleaning. And so let's see. For this one, I think what I want to do is just that. And I'm not hiding the name because I've got no clue who that is, and it's not from Happy Mail. I think it's just random stuff. I'm gonna cut this down a bit. So that it folds easier. Let's cut it down a bit more. Okay, so like that. And then we've got a pocket here. So that works. And then for this one, I could do double pockets. I could just fold that here. So I'm thinking of doing a painty paper technique on the top, but then on the inside to just use paper to cover up everything. So what I could do is maybe I should cut it off as well. And then I want to make 2 pockets. So maybe I could do this. And have a pocket here and a pocket there, but I could also like journal on both sides. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So here I'm going to do it like that. Yeah, so I'm very happy with my cleanup. However, This is just one space I use, so I need to do the same for my garage. Whoa, this is not good. So yeah, I need to do the same thing for the garage, which I really don't want to do after spending the whole week cleaning. But it did the soul good to have this more usable, and I'm hoping to keep it that way, because there's certain containers that I used to have which were very pretty, but little glass containers, but they were round, and so you couldn't stack them up. So I've done, like, I worked on that, and I gave a lot of stuff. I went through all my pens. Oh my god, that's one thing I don't do often, and I had accumulated a lot of pens, but a lot of them were not working, so I swatched all of them and threw away the ones that were not working. And the stuff that was broken and whatever, I got rid of it. I don't know why we end up keeping all of that stuff, like, really. But, well, maybe you don't. I seem to be a pack rat. Okay, so here we've got that. So am I saying I did my pockets on both the same side? Oh well. Could I do it? Could I turn it over? Probably. Right. Just have to redo the crease. Since nothing is attached yet. So this would be it. Now, some pages come out a bit too much now. That I've got more papers inside it, so let's trim them out. So I don't want my pages to come out. I need to do the same thing with the second, with this one. You can make pretty much journals out of everything. Just love reusing and being able to, like, this was beautiful cardstock, so it seemed a waste to just throw it away. Okay, so this seems to fit. So I think that would be good. Maybe trim again a little bit more the centered one. Got plenty of real estate in here anyway for my vacation. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. I've got a long nose stapler, so I might use that, but I need to decorate first the inside and do the outside. So let's do that first. Let's do the outside, and then we can work a bit on the inside while the outside is drying, because I need to gesso it. So we'll just use a bit of gesso, and I don't usually use gesso, like, I don't do a lot of painting in this room because it's just more messy, but it's okay. I want it to be sitting down, so also wanted to be able to use my nice crafting space that I created for myself, and it seemed kind of a waste if I wasn't creating in it. So Okay, so let's dry this off quickly. Because I don't want it to be too messy. And I don't want to decorate the entire inside because of the fact that I will be probably, you know, putting papers in and stuff. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to need. So I don't want it to be totally decorated. But some of it. Okay, so. Okay, so this is done on that side. Do I do painty paper on the inside as well for the first page? I think I want it. So let's do that. Since we got the gesso out and the brush is dirty. Perfect time to do this. So I have so many plans, so many things I want to do, and I ended up doing pretty much nothing of my plans so far. It took a lot longer to clean this space up to the way I wanted it done. Like, it started off being, okay, well, I'll just do, you know, this little cleanup, and then from one thing to another, I ended up emptying out a lot of the space and redoing the entire thing up. So there's certain shelves that I didn't touch because I was already happy with them, but a lot of them have been redone. So it was not originally the plan for this, but you know, you don't know when you start the cleaning process how the entire thing is going to go. I don't know if you guys, it's the same. Okay, I've got a cat here. What a surprise. I end up putting paint on myself. Well, it's just gonna stay there. I love working on glass for the ease of cleaning up. Like, it's so easier, so much easier. Okay, so it's almost dry. Okay, so back to the side. Now, I will just be adding a bit of paint here and there. I wanted to combine those two. I don't know what happened. I go to the dollar store to get my paint, and they're out of paint. Like, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I couldn't find any white paint. So I purchased an extra black because I knew I was out of black. But I'm running out of certain colors, and there's none to be had at the dollar store I go to. I'm gonna have to check it out again. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because kids have been, you know, stuck home and they've been doing a lot of arts and craft, but it doesn't make sense. Like, all the colors, like, they would have like 2 or 3 colors left on the entire cabinet, and it'd be like only I don't know, there'd be like 20 blacks, maybe and 3 pink. It's very strange. I don't understand. I don't know what happened. Doesn't make sense to me. Have you guys noticed anything weird like that in your general stores? Just finding that the shelves are very, very empty. Like, while I was going, because I don't go out much, so maybe that's why, because I didn't notice before. I really don't go out much, but I needed a few containers for my cleaning and my reorganizing. So I try to go local if I can. And I also went like early in the day, in the middle of the week, where there's like no one. I'm not going out on the weekend, that's for sure. I don't want to, I don't know, might be a chicken, but I'm not too fond of crowds and things. Even if we're all wearing masks and everything, I just don't want to take the chance. So anyway, I went out, and there was like, the shelves are so bare. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand what happened and why. I don't know if it's because people were not going out, so they've reduced the amount of stuff that they have in their inventory. But it's very strange. And there's a whole section in the Winners that I go to that was closed off. Like, it's just bare. It's just the maybe because they wanted it more sparsed out so that people have less chance of being on top of one another. But at the same time, the shelves that are there are very bare. So at the end of the day, there's a bunch of stuff I couldn't find, and I had to go online and order it from Amazon because I just couldn't find it. Thank God Amazon started delivering a bit faster, because at one point they really were not. I thought it was dry, and I guess it wasn't. So yeah, it was strange experience. Sure, I had dried enough, but because I'm not applying it very thick. So I've been, after seeing Shannon Gray work in her tag clothing junk journal, I was like, oh, I wanted to play so bad. So bad. If you don't know who Shannon Green is, like, you're missing out. You need to check her out. She's a wonderful YouTuber, great sense of humor. I learned so much from her in junk journaling, and you know, reusing stuff you've got, and that you don't need fancy schmancy equipment. She's really one of my favorites. I was also very lucky because at the beginning of my YouTube career, she was I was able to participate in one of the YouTube hop that she had organized, so that it got my channel known, which was really cool. She's a very generous person with her time and energy, and just person in general. So if you go and check her out, tell her I say hi. Like, I hadn't seen her in a while, and so I was very happy when I saw that she was making a junk tag journal. Okay, so pink on the inside. I'm just using very bright colors. Could have used any type of colors, but those just spoke to me today, and so that's what I'm going with. This is old cook. I've been playing a bit in my garden, enjoying the fact that I'm getting a lot of cucumbers. I'm happy about that because we love cucumbers. So that's been something I've been really happy with. That this year I actually got some after like fighting with the squirrels, but some of it managed to grow and to do quite well. So. And I replanted some items that had finished. Like, I had some lettuce that was done, so I replanted some in those pots. And yeah, so that's been what I've been up to pretty much. Just playing with paint and being messy, and just very excited that I'm actually doing this. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this journal since the beginning of my vacation. I had put the stuff inside the little pouch, and then nothing happened with it. So I was getting worried that at the end of the day I wasn't going to do it. Now this is going to turn out into something, which is really cool. Okay, so dry this off. I like how it's looking. I think at this point for the cover I'm probably just gonna do some stenciling and maybe a bit of stamping. And I've got some silicone tools that I got in Happy Meal that I can use to do some of the stamping. Sent by Paula. Try to remember everybody's name that sends me Happy Mail, but sometimes it's difficult to remember who sent what. Okay, so I think that will be it for this. And oh, that was not a good idea. One brush too many. Okay, put it in here. Okay, so put that aside and clean this up a bit. Okay, so dry this off. I need to print a bunch of the little pictures that I took to use in the journal. I like this. I think it's a very fun cover so far. Okay, so now to do some of the, I think I want to do some of the stamping first. So let's pull out some of those stamps tools that I mentioned. Put them on a hook so that I can use them. I like this. It looks kind of like waves. What more fitting thing for a journal about summer vacation than waves? Even if the only waves I saw were were from my pool. When someone would jump in. Okay, so I like that. Then let's use some of this here. Oh, I like this one a lot. I like how the design that it gives. And you can be darker or not. This is very cool. I love these things so much, and there's only so many designs I can find. One thing that really saddens me is I had a wonderful honeycomb design and I lost it and I can't find it, and I don't know what happened to it. So I don't know if I brought it somewhere and I left it there because it was my favorite, but for the life of me, I haven't been able to find it again, and it's something I purchased in the States, and I was never able to find another design like it. It really saddened me, even though, you know, like, it's not a expensive tool, but I loved it so much that it was really sad that it's gone. So maybe a bit of this, which is a shelf liner, just because I can, I want to. And to grunge it up a bit. Okay, so I'll put that back. Trying to put my stuff back so this way I don't end up with the mess I used to have. So put this away, and really like that. Now, I think I want to put a bit of the white dots. If I can find my white paint, that is. Finding the blush medium, I can't find my white paint. What did I do with it? Ah, it was my cart because I had used it. That's my husband that just came back from the grocery store. Okay, so I'm going to use this here, which is, those are actually from FedEx envelopes at work. When they peel off the stickers, they keep those little things for me, and I just find them very useful for putting paint like this. So, just a bit of paint. Oh my god, it's really stuck. What happened there? This in the garbage. Got a feeling that when it goes through, I'm gonna get a huge glob of paint. Okay, it just doesn't want to go through. What the heck? Where's my tool? Okay, so okay, so that's enough paint. I need a lot. I'm going to put my white paint where it's supposed to belong. So this way I'm not looking for it next time around. And I want to have a little makeup sponge, which I put over here. Okay, so just because my sponges were all dirty, so they were disgusting actually. So I threw them. Like, I really used them a lot before I throw them away, but at one point it just becomes too much of a mess. I'm liking this a lot. Really does feel like a vacation in that journal. Now I'm thinking I want to maybe use some of my sprays on it. Oh, my husband got himself a Switch. There was this amazing deal at Pharmaprix, which is Shoppers Drug Mart in the rest of Canada. And basically what happened is you exchange your points and instead of like paying for the Switch like you would usually pay, it only cost you 80 bucks. So yeah, he decided to use that to his advantage. He had done the same thing for when he purchased my Switch, because you know it's not essential stuff, so obviously not necessarily stuff that you want to pay a lot of money on. But if you get it for next to nothing, then it's worth it. So I'm very excited for him. He started playing Breath of the Wild, which I totally love. It's a Zelda game, and so he's been having fun on that. And I've been playing Animal Crossing, so he hasn't had access to the other Switch. And so it was kind of unfair to my kids. My kid who has a Switch and wanted to play with it, didn't have access anymore because his parents were using it. So yeah, I'm glad he was able to find it for next to nothing. So yeah, okay. I really like this. I think it's just perfect, and just reflects me, reflects summer, just perfect. Now, I do have some sprays, and I don't use them often, so let's pull out some and use it. So I've got ID Swap Mustard. So let's see. I don't know if it's gonna show on here, or if I'm gonna want to use. That's the thing with the swaps, the sprays, is they clog up, and I hate that they clog up. Okay, so it's not quite what I was hoping for. I was looking for more gold tones and things. So let's use some paper to kind of absorb this. Yeah, definitely not what I wanted. But I have my Liquitex iridescent ink here, so I think that's what I'm going to be using. I would like to have it splattered, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. Oops, big goop, because I pressed on it instead of it gives the shine though. Just what I was hoping for. I wonder, let's use, okay, so kind of like that. Just want a bit of shimmer. Not too much, but a bit. I'm not very good at waiting for it to dry. So, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of a shimmer to it. You can kind of catch it in some of the different angles. Okay, so this will be that, and I kept this away before I make a mess. Okay, so I can use this on something, maybe on the inside. It'd be kind of cool, since it was part of the creation of the outside. Okay, so clean this off a bit, dry this off a bit more. Okay, so there's that. And I think before I do anything else, I'm gonna be edging everything. So let's just edge this like so. I don't know if I'm thinking maybe I want to write myself the name of the cover, but I'm kind of scared I'm gonna ruin it. Oh, decisions, because that would be kind of cool to have it handwritten, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. What should I do? What should I do? Just edge the back as well. Now actually I should decide which is the back and which is the front. I didn't really decide that yet. I just took for granted that this was going to be the front. This is kind of cool as well, so maybe that should be the front. I think I want to put my stamp in the back. So let's start off with that. Okay, so there we decided that this is the back and that is the front. I don't know if I want to do this or not. This is kind of scary. I'm going for it, guys. Vacation. I like that, but I think my stomach is grumbling. I think it's telling me it's time to eat. I like that, but I want it thicker, and I think I want to put white on it as well. Okay, so let's pull out my glasses because this is gonna become a disaster if I don't. Like that. This is turning out to be a long video. I think I'm going to be cutting it as soon as I finish this part. I'm going to be cutting it off and then do another part for the rest of it, because otherwise it's going to be way too long. Way too long. Okay, so here we go. And I think I might do some doodling around it. But I think, I'm thinking I want to have a little bit of white inside this. Is it dried off? It's not working. So let's try a white gel pen. I always have better luck with my white gel pen. And now that I've said that, I'm not going to be able to write with it. It's scratching more than it's writing, which is not what I want. And I don't want a full line either. I just want a bit of a sketchiness. Just like that, actually. Just to kind of highlight the black. I should have a black little paperback so I could actually use it to try out if my pen is working or not. I have this, but it's not. It is writing. So why am I not seeing it up here? I think it's not liking all the layers. Usually it does a lot better than that. I had gotten them to write on top of stuff that usually nothing writes on. I could be using a paint pen, but I just don't feel like it. Okay, so that's that for now, and I will be doing the next step after lunch. But for you guys, it's going to be probably another day. But I think I really like how this is turning out, and just need to doodle possibly around it, but doesn't have to be done today either. I would like to have the inside attached so I can start putting pictures in, but then I can continue, you know, decorating and stuff afterwards. So that's it for now. Bye everyone.